What if the sun wasn't just a star, but a living force of divine power? And what if the lion, king of the earth, was its mirror in the material world? Today, we uncover the sacred bond between the lion and the sun, a symbol that has ruled empires and guided souls for thousands of years. From the dawn of civilization, one force has ruled the skies, the sun. Its golden light pierces through darkness, awakening life from the silence of night. For the ancient Egyptians, Persians, and countless cultures across the world, the sun was not just a star. It was a god, the eternal eye watching over creation, the heartbeat of the universe. Every heartbeat of the cosmos begins with light. The sun is the symbol of divine order, the rhythm that sustains all existence. To the ancient Egyptians, the sun god Re sailed across the sky each day in his golden boat, bringing warmth, light, and life. At dusk, he descended into the underworld, battling darkness, only to rise again at dawn, victorious, reborn, eternal. This cycle of descent and rebirth was not just a myth, it was a mirror of life itself. To live, to die, and to rise again. Every sunset became a promise that light would always return. In this eternal rhythm, humanity found hope, and the sun became the first great teacher of faith. Light has always been the symbol of awareness, consciousness, and divine intelligence. It reveals what is hidden and awakens what is asleep. In the human soul, the sun represents illumination, the moment when truth pierces through illusion. When ancient priests stood atop the temples of Thebes or Heliopolis, they didn't just worship the sun as a physical body. They revered it as the consciousness of God, the source of wisdom that awakens all life. Each ray was seen as a thought of the divine, reaching into the heart of humanity. In Egyptian mythology, Ra was both the creator and sustainer of the world. He spoke the universe into being with his words, light transforming chaos into order. Every morning, his journey across the heavens renewed creation itself. The sun's rise symbolized victory over death, a message that echoed in the hearts of kings and commoners alike. Temples were built to align with the first rays of dawn. Every sunrise became a ritual, a sacred moment of renewal. The power of the sun transcends Egypt. In ancient Persia, it was the eye of Ahura Mazda, the divine witness of truth. In Hinduism, Surya is the god of illumination and vision. In Japan, Amaterasu, the sun goddess, is the source of purity and order. Every culture saw in the sun the same truth, that light is sacred. That illumination, whether physical or spiritual, is the essence of creation. And that within every human being lies a spark of that same divine fire. Just as the physical sun gives life to the body, the spiritual sun gives life to the soul. When your consciousness awakens, when your heart radiates compassion, when your mind shines with clarity, you are reflecting the sun within. In many mystery schools of ancient Egypt, initiates were taught that the human soul was a spark of Ra, a fragment of divine light trapped in matter. The path of enlightenment was the journey of returning that light to its source. The sun's daily battle with darkness is the most ancient story in the world. Every night, Re descends into the underworld to confront the serpent of chaos, Apophis. And each morning he rises victorious, proving that no darkness can last forever. This myth was not just about the heavens, it was about you. Within every soul, the same battle rages. Light versus darkness, order versus chaos, awareness versus ignorance. The sun's journey across the sky is your own journey through consciousness. To walk the spiritual path is to learn from the sun. You rise after every fall. You give warmth even to those who curse your heat. You shine not because the world deserves it, but because it is your nature. The ancients believed that enlightenment was not about escaping the world, but illuminating it. To become a sun for others, that is the highest calling of the soul. The lion will soon enter the story, the guardian of light, the embodiment of solar power. But before the lion roars, we must first understand the sun's silence, the golden stillness that gives birth to everything. The sun is not outside of you. It rises within. In the quiet moments just before dawn, when the world seems to hold its breath, a powerful presence awakens. Its eyes, as golden as the first rays of the sun, open with a deliberate calm. It doesn't roar, it simply listens. In that profound silence, it remembers its purpose. It is the guardian of the light. This is the lion. Across ancient cultures and throughout history, the lion has been revered as far more than just an animal. It is seen as the very breath of the sun, a living embodiment of the sacred fire of creation. The ancient Egyptians knew this power as Sekhmet, the lioness goddess. She was the fierce protector of truth, a living flame of divine justice. Sekhmet represented both destruction and healing, death and renewal, the dual nature of the sun's purifying fire. It was believed that Sekhmet's breath could ignite the desert winds. Her roar could summon the sun, and her silence could calm the fiercest storms. She was the lioness of light, wielding a fire that purifies and cleanses, rather than one that merely destroys. In her gaze, there was no anger, only a profound and unwavering clarity. Her actions were not born from a desire for destruction, but from a necessity to clear away illusion, to make space for truth. Because where falsehood resides, the light cannot truly shine. And so the lion stands guard, not to dominate, but to preserve the purity of that sacred light. This brings us to the true nature of courage. Courage doesn't always roar. More often, it breathes quietly in the heart, much like the sun waiting patiently behind the clouds. True courage isn't about having no fear at all. It's about the stillness and resolve that remain even when fear arises. It is the deep inner knowing that the light within you is infinitely stronger than any darkness that stands before you. Think of the ancient temples, where lions were carved as guardians at the gates, the thresholds between worlds, between the mundane and the sacred. To pass through those gates was to embark on a journey of self-discovery, to come face to face with your own soul. The lion would not permit entry unless your heart was pure and your courage was true. This guardian was not made of stone, but of spirit. It was a spiritual checkpoint. Those who carried deceit in their hearts were turned away. Those who carried fear were invited to be purified by the fire of their own inner truth, to shed what no longer served them before they could proceed. This is the lion's sacred duty at the threshold. At the boundary between light and shadow, the lion stands eternal watch. Its presence marks the critical line between ignorance and awakening. When you reach this boundary in your own life, when you stand at the edge of your fears, at the very limit of what you think you know, the lion appears within you. It doesn't ask questions. It doesn't judge. It simply looks, and its gaze penetrates every illusion of the self, every mask we wear, and every story we tell ourselves to feel safe. In that powerful, unwavering silence, your own truth is laid bare. It's crucial to understand that this inner lion is not your enemy. It is the gatekeeper to your higher self, the guardian of your own vast potential. When you meet its gaze, the old you, the timid you, the false you, the divided you begins to dissolve. All that is not authentic burns away in the purifying fire of truth. What remains is your pure essence, luminous, fearless, and whole. This is the process of rebirth, of becoming who you were always meant to be. The lion is the catalyst for this profound transformation, the guide that leads you from the shadows into your own magnificent light. Have you ever felt a fire burning within your soul? A quiet, persistent warmth that whispers of untapped potential, of a strength you haven't yet claimed? This isn't just a fleeting feeling. It's an ancient call, a resonance with one of the most powerful symbols known to humanity, the lion and the sun. For millennia, across cultures and continents, these two forces have been intertwined, representing royalty, courage, and the undying light of consciousness. But this symbolism isn't just something to be observed in old texts or carvings. It's a living, breathing map to the power that resides within you. Let's start with the fire within. Think of it as a pilot light, a small, steady flame deep inside your core. It's the spark of life, the essence of your spirit. But in our busy, often chaotic lives, we can forget it's there. We pile on layers of doubt, fear, and responsibility, dimming its glow. The journey of awakening is about clearing away that debris, allowing that inner fire to grow, to become a roaring blaze that illuminates every part of your being. This inner fire is your personal sun. Just as the sun in our sky gives life, warmth, and clarity to the world, your inner sun is the source of your vitality, your passion, and your truth. When you connect with this internal source of light, you begin to see the world not as a dark and intimidating place, but as a realm of infinite possibility, illuminated by your own consciousness. It is the shift from being a spectator in the shadows to becoming the very source of the light. Now, let's bring in the lion. The lion is more than just an animal. It's the embodiment of sovereignty, courage, and untamed strength. The lion doesn't ask for permission. It moves with a quiet confidence that comes from knowing its own power. It is the king of its domain, not through tyranny, but through a natural, undeniable presence. When we talk about the lion in the sun, we are describing the moment. Your inner power, the lion, fully merges with your inner light, the sun. This is the sacred union of strength and awareness. It's not about being aggressive or dominating others. It's about having the courage to be authentically yourself, to stand in your truth with unwavering grace, to protect your peace, and to lead your own life with dignity and purpose. Imagine a lion basking in the golden rays of dawn. It is completely at peace, yet every muscle is ready for action. It is the perfect balance of stillness and readiness, of rest and power. This is the state we are aiming for. To be calm and centered, yet fully aware and capable of meeting any challenge with courage and integrity. This powerful union of the lion and the sun is the ultimate symbol of awakening. Awakening isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous process of rebirth. Every morning, the sun rises, banishing the darkness and offering a new beginning. Similarly, every moment offers us a chance to be reborn into a more conscious, more powerful version of ourselves. To awaken is to shed the old skins of who you thought you were supposed to be. It's releasing the limiting beliefs and past traumas that have held you back. It's like the sun burning away the morning mist. As you do this inner work, your true nature, your lion-hearted self, begins to emerge from the shadows. You start making choices not from a place of fear, but from a place of love and self-respect. You begin to trust your intuition, that deep gut feeling that is the roar of the lion guiding you. Think about it. How often do you silence that inner voice? How often do you compromise your own needs to please others or to fit in? The awakening is the process of learning to honor that voice, to let it be your compass. It's about claiming your sovereignty over your own life. This brings us to the roar and the light. A lion's roar isn't just noise. It's a declaration. It establishes territory, communicates presence, and projects power across vast distances. Your roar is your truth. It's your unique voice, your creativity, your purpose. For too long, you may have kept it as a whisper, afraid of being too loud, too much, or too different. But when you stand in the light of your own sun, your roar is no longer a sound of aggression. It is a song of liberation. It's just the courage to say no to what drains you and yes to what sets your soul on fire. It's the confidence to share your gifts with the world without fear of judgment. It is the act of living so fully and authentically that your very existence inspires others to find their own light. The roar in the light is your purpose in action. It's not about shouting from the rooftops, but about living with such conviction that your actions speak louder than any words ever could. It's the artist who paints their vision, the leader who guides with compassion, the parent who raises their children with love and wisdom. It is you, living your truth, illuminated by your own inner sun. The lion and the sun are one breath, one light, one heartbeat of eternity. To see the lion is to see the sun within you. To walk in its grace is to live as light itself. This isn't just poetry. It's a profound spiritual truth. Your inner power and your consciousness are not separate. They are two faces of the same divine energy that flows through you. When you breathe, imagine you are breathing in the golden light of the sun, filling every cell of your body. And when you exhale, feel the quiet, steady strength of the lion grounding you to the earth. Your heartbeat is the drumbeat of this eternal dance. Recognizing this unity is the key to unlocking a life of profound peace and limitless power. When you live from this place of unity, you no longer see yourself as a small, separate individual. You recognize yourself as a conduit for a vast, ancient, and loving force. So take a moment right now, close your eyes. Be still, child of the sun, the lion watches over you. And within your silence, it roars. Can you feel it? That deep, resonant vibration in the stillness? That's not your imagination. That is the truth of who you are, waiting to be acknowledged, waiting to be unleashed. This journey is yours to take. The path is not outside of you. It is within. Start by spending a few moments each day in silence, connecting with that inner fire. Nurture it. Feed it with thoughts of courage, love, and gratitude. Dare to listen to its wisdom. Dare to let its light shine. You are a child of the sun, and the heart of a lion beats within your chest. It's time to rise. It's time to roar. Welcome back to our journey exploring the profound symbols that have shaped human consciousness. In this third part, we delve into one of the most potent and enduring emblems in history, the sacred union of the lion and the sun. Have you ever wondered why these two powerful forces are so often depicted together? It's not just a coincidence. It's a story of cosmic synergy, a tale of power and rebirth that has echoed through civilizations. This union represents the perfect marriage of light and strength. Imagine the sun, the ultimate source of light, life, and clarity, and the lion, the undisputed king of the animal kingdom, a walking embodiment of courage, power, and earthly authority. When they come together, they create a symbol that is more than the sum of its parts. It's a visual metaphor for enlightened power, for strength guided by wisdom, and for dominion tempered with divine light. Let's explore this magnificent fusion and uncover the deep spiritual truths it holds. To truly understand this sacred union, we must first appreciate the essence of each component, starting with the lion. The lion is not just an animal. It is fire in physical form. Look at its magnificent mane, radiating outwards like the sun's rays. It's no accident that ancient cultures saw the lion as a solar animal. Its golden coat, its roaring voice that shakes the very earth, its fearless heart, all these qualities link it to the element of fire. In ancient Egypt, the goddess Sekhmet, with the head of a lioness, was the eye of Ra, the sun god. She was the embodiment of the sun's destructive, purifying fire, but also its healing warmth. In astrology, the sign of Leo is ruled by the sun. Those born under this sign are said to possess a fiery, generous, and courageous nature, much like the lion itself. The lion represents our primal instincts, our courage, our raw power, and our will to live and to lead. It is the untamed flame of life burning within us, the very engine of our ambition and our passion. It's the fire that drives us to overcome obstacles and to claim our place in the world. Now, let's turn our gaze upward, to the sun. The sun is not just a star, it is the soul of our cosmos. Every morning, its return is a promise of renewal, a victory of light over darkness. It is the source of all energy, the giver of life that nourishes the earth and allows everything to grow. Without the sun, there would be no warmth, no light, no life. This is why, across countless cultures, the sun has been revered as a supreme deity. The Egyptian Ra, the Greek Apollo, the Hindu Surya, the Aztec Huitzilopochtli, all represent the sun as the central organizing principle of the universe. The sun symbolizes enlightenment, consciousness, and the higher self. It is the eye of the cosmos, seeing all, knowing all. It represents truth, clarity, and the divine spark within each of us. While the lion represents our earthly power and fiery instincts, the sun represents our spiritual potential, our connection to the divine, and the light of our soul. It is the ultimate symbol of spiritual authority and cosmic order. So, what happens when these two titans, the lion and the sun, unite? We witness the creation of a symbol of unparalleled significance. This is the union of the earthly and the celestial, the physical and the spiritual, the instinctual and the conscious. The lion, representing worldly power and strength, is no longer just a brute force. When crowned or backed by the sun, its power is elevated, legitimized, and sanctified. It becomes a righteous power, guided by divine wisdom and clarity. This is the concept of the philosopher king or the enlightened monarch. It's not just about might, but about might for right. The sun's light illuminates the lion's path, ensuring its strength is used for noble purposes, for protection, for justice, and for maintaining cosmic order. Think of the iconic lion and sun motif, particularly famous in Persian culture. The lion holds a sword, symbolizing its martial power, while the sun rises behind it, symbolizing divine sanction and glory. This emblem is a declaration that the ruler's authority comes not just from earthly conquest, but from a higher sacred source. It's a promise of a reign that is both powerful and just, strong and enlightened. This sacred union represents a profound alchemical process, both in the world and within ourselves. It is the process of integrating our primal nature with our higher consciousness. We all have that inner lion, our passions, our drives, our ego, our raw energy. And we all have that inner sun, our spirit, our conscience, our capacity for wisdom and love. The spiritual journey is about bringing these two into harmony. When our inner lion is untamed, it can lead to aggression, arrogance, and destructive behavior. But when it's suppressed or weak, we lack the courage and drive to achieve our goals. The key is to allow the light of our inner sun, our consciousness, to shine upon and guide our inner lion. When our actions are illuminated by our awareness, our strength becomes courage, our ambition becomes purpose, and our power becomes a force for good. This is the alchemy of the self, transforming the base metal of our instincts into the pure gold of an integrated, whole being. It's about becoming the sovereign of your own inner kingdom. Ultimately, the union of the lion and the sun is a powerful symbol of rebirth. Just as the sun dies each night and is reborn each dawn, this symbol teaches us about the cyclical nature of life, death, and renewal. The lion, with its fiery vitality, represents the life force that persists through all challenges. When this life force is united with the spiritual light of the sun, it creates a flame that cannot be extinguished. This is the flame of spiritual rebirth. It signifies the process of rising from the ashes of our old selves, stronger and wiser than before. It's about overcoming our own inner darkness and stepping into the light of our true potential. Every time we face a challenge with courage, every time we act with integrity, every time we choose consciousness over instinct, we are enacting this sacred union. We are stoking the flame of rebirth within us. The lion and sun emblem is a timeless reminder that true power is born from the sacred marriage of our earthly strength and our spiritual light. It is the eternal promise that after every sunset, a new, more glorious dawn awaits. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the symbolism of the lion and the sun. It's a concept that holds so much wisdom for our own lives. Have you ever felt a stirring within you, a quiet roar waiting to be unleashed? A warmth like a gentle sunrise promising a new day? Today, we embark on a journey, not across lands or seas, but deep within ourselves, guided by two of the most ancient and powerful symbols known to humanity, the lion and the sun. These aren't just images from old flags or stories. They are living archetypes, keys that can unlock the deepest parts of our being. The lion, with its majestic presence, embodies courage, strength, and sovereignty. It represents the untamed, noble power that resides in each of us. The sun, the source of all life, symbolizes consciousness, clarity, and the eternal flame of spirit. Together, they form a sacred union. The lion and the sun, it's the marriage of our earthly strength with our divine light. It's the courage to look into the darkness, armed with the unwavering belief in our own inner dawn. This journey is about discovering that you are both the lion and the sun. Let's begin. Our quest starts where all true adventures do, within. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a vast inner landscape. It might be a dense forest, a quiet desert, or a winding mountain path. This is the realm of your subconscious, your soul. For many of us, this inner world can feel shadowed, perhaps a little intimidating. We've built walls, created mazes, and hidden parts of ourselves away. The first step in our journey is to simply become aware of this inner territory. It's about acknowledging the sleeping lion within. This lion isn't a fearsome beast to be conquered. It is your innate power, your passion, your authentic self that may have been quieted by life's challenges, by expectations, or by fear. Think about a time you stood up for what you believed in, even when your voice shook. That was the lion's rumble. Think about a moment of pure, unbridled joy. That was the lion's playfulness. This power isn't about dominance over others. It's about sovereignty over yourself. It's the strength to set boundaries, to pursue your dreams with tenacity, and to live with integrity. This inner journey requires courage. The courage to face the parts of ourselves we've ignored. The courage to be still and listen to the quiet whisper of our heart, which is where we will find our guide for the next step, the first glimmers of light. It's about turning inward, not with judgment, but with curiosity and a willingness to meet the noble creature that has been waiting for you all along. As we venture deeper into our inner landscape, we might find ourselves in a place of stillness, a central chamber of our being. This is the heart space. And it is here that we discover a flicker, a tiny resilient flame. This is the light in the heart, the ember of the sun that dwells within every single one of us. This inner light is our consciousness, our awareness, our divine spark. It's the part of us that is eternally connected to the source of all life. It's the quiet knowing, the intuition that guides us, the unconditional love that has the power to heal. In the beginning, this light might seem small, almost fragile, especially when surrounded by the shadows of doubt, worry, or past hurts. Our task is not to force it to be brighter, but to nurture it. How? By bringing our attention to it, by breathing into it. With each conscious breath, you are feeding this flame. By choosing kindness, you are protecting it. By practicing gratitude, you are giving it space to grow. Imagine this light in your chest, a warm, golden glow. Feel it expand with every inhalation, gently pushing back the darkness, not with force, but with its simple, undeniable presence. This light is your truth. It's the part of you that knows you are worthy, that knows you are whole, that knows you are more than your circumstances. The lion's strength gives us the courage to find this place, and this inner light gives our strength purpose and direction. It illuminates the path forward, showing us where to place our next step on this sacred journey. It is the compass of the soul, always pointing toward growth, healing, and love. Now, with the courage of the lion awakened and the light of the sun kindled in our hearts, something extraordinary begins to happen. The two forces start to merge. The quiet rumble of the lion becomes infused with the golden light of the sun. This is the roar of light. This isn't a roar of aggression or anger. It is the powerful, resonant expression of your authentic self. It's the moment you finally speak your truth, not from a place of ego, but from a place of deep, heart-centered conviction. It's the creative energy that you pour into your work, your art, your life. It's the love you share, not as a transaction, but as a radiant overflow from your own inner fullness. The roar of light is the sound of your purpose being lived. It's when your actions align with your deepest values. Think of it as a frequency, a vibration that you send out into the world. When you operate from this place, you don't need to force things to happen. You attract opportunities, relationships, and experiences that are in harmony with your true nature. This is empowerment. It's the lion's strength, no longer wild and untamed, but guided by the wisdom and clarity of the sun. It's the sun's light, no longer just a passive glow, but now given a voice, a form, a powerful way to impact the world. This is you living unapologetically. This is you shining brightly, not to outshine others, but to inspire them to find their own light. Your very presence becomes an act of courage and an invitation for others to awaken their own inner lion and sun. This is the power of a life lived in alignment. As the lion's roar and the sun's light become one, we arrive at a state of profound integration. We experience union. This is the understanding that the division between our power and our spirit, between our earthly self and our higher self, was only ever an illusion. You realize you are not just asterisk like asterisk the lion. You asterisk are asterisk the strength, the courage, the sovereignty. You are not just asterisk holding asterisk the light of the sun. You asterisk are asterisk the light, the consciousness, the love. The symbol of the lion and the sun becomes a living reality within you. You are one, but this union extends beyond ourselves. As our inner world becomes whole, our perception of the outer world transforms. We begin to see the lion and the sun in everyone and everything. We see the strength in a friend facing adversity, the light in a child's laughter, the sovereignty in a towering mountain, the life-giving energy in the morning sun. The feeling of separation dissolves. We understand that we are all part of a single, magnificent tapestry. One in all, your personal roar of light joins a cosmic chorus. Your individual flame becomes part of a great, universal bonfire. This is the heart of compassion and a deep sense of belonging. You are a unique and vital expression of the universe, and at the same time, you are the entire universe experiencing itself. In this state of union, you act with power and grace. You lead with humility. You love without condition. The lion walks with your feet, and the sun shines through your eyes. You have become a walking embodiment of this sacred alchemy, a force for positive change and a beacon of hope in the world. And so, we reach the conclusion of our journey only to find that it's not an end at all. There is no final destination, no peak to conquer, and then descend from. There is only the eternal sunrise, happening moment by moment, within and without. The path of the lion and the sun is a continuous cycle of awakening, expressing, and uniting. It's a daily practice of choosing courage, nurturing your inner light, and living from that integrated space of power and love. The lion walks with you as your strength and your anchor. The sun burns within you as your guide and your inspiration. They are not separate from you. They are you. Together, they whisper a timeless, simple truth. Be light. Be the light that is brave enough to face the dark. Be the light that warms and nurtures. Be the light that shines its unique color in the grand spectrum of existence. You are the sacred symbol, brought to life. Thank you for walking this path with me today. If this message resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more journeys into the heart of wisdom. Your presence here is deeply appreciated. Go forth and be the light. In our journey exploring the profound symbolism of the lion and the sun, we now arrive at a very special place. We've delved into its history, its meaning, and its power. Now it's time to experience it. This is part 4, a guided meditation to connect with the lion and the sun within you. This is where knowledge transforms into wisdom and symbolism becomes a living, breathing reality in your own heart. It is a journey of inner alchemy, a chance to awaken the dormant courage and radiant light that is your birthright. Find a comfortable position, either sitting with a straight spine or lying down. Gently close your eyes. Allow the sounds around you to fade into the background, becoming a distant hum. Bring your awareness to your body. Notice the points of contact with the chair or the floor. Feel the weight of your body, grounded and supported by the earth. Let go of any tension you might be holding in your jaw, your shoulders, your hands. This is your sacred space, a sanctuary of stillness you create for yourself. Take a slow, deep breath in, and as you exhale, release the day. Let go of all the thoughts, the to-do lists, the worries. In this moment, nothing else matters but this meeting with silence. With each breath, feel yourself sinking deeper into a state of calm and quiet presence. You are safe. You are present. You are ready. Now bring your attention to your breath. Imagine that with every inhalation, you are drawing in the golden, life-giving light of the sun. See this warm, radiant energy entering through the crown of your head, a cascade of liquid gold filling your entire being. Feel it warming your face, flowing down your neck and into your shoulders, melting away any stiffness. This is the breath of the sun. It flows down your arms to your fingertips, filling your chest and your heart with a gentle, pulsating warmth. With each inhale, you draw in vitality, creativity, and boundless energy. With each exhale, you release what no longer serves you, doubts, fears, and shadows, watching them dissolve into nothingness. Continue this cycle, breathing in the sun's golden light, feeling it fill every cell, every corner of your being. You are becoming a vessel of light, radiant, and pure. Your breath is the bridge between the physical and the spiritual, the visible and the invisible. Feel the gentle power building within you, a soft, steady glow that emanates from your core. As this inner sun grows brighter, turn your awareness to the space around your heart. Within this radiant center, sense the presence of a powerful yet peaceful lion. This is not a creature of aggression, but one of immense inner strength, courage, and noble dignity. It lies at rest, the guardian of your soul. Feel its quiet confidence, its unwavering stillness. This is your inner courage, the part of you that knows its own worth and stands firm in its truth. Now connect with this lion. As you breathe in the sun's light, you are not just nourishing yourself, but you are also awakening this sacred animal. Feel its presence grow stronger, its golden mane shimmering with the light you are breathing in. It begins to stir, not with alarm, but with a deep, resonant awakening. It is the roar of your soul, a silent, internal vibration that affirms your power. It's the courage to be authentic, to speak your truth, to follow your heart's calling. This roar isn't about being loud. It's about being true. Feel this powerful, silent roar resonating from your heart, through your entire body, a declaration of your sovereign self. You are strong. You are courageous. You are whole. Now witness the beautiful alchemy taking place within you. The radiant sun you have been breathing in merges completely with the noble lion in your heart. They are not two separate entities. They are one. The lion and the sun, the courage and the consciousness, the power and the light. Feel this sacred union, this perfect balance. The lion's strength is now illuminated by the sun's wisdom. The sun's boundless energy is now grounded by the lion's stability. This is the symbol of sovereignty, not over others, but over yourself. It is the harmony of your masculine and feminine energies, your inner king and queen ruling your inner kingdom with compassion and clarity. Feel this unified power pulsating at the core of your being. It is a deep, unshakable peace, a powerful stillness that knows no fear. You are the embodiment of the lion and the sun, a being of both magnificent strength and infinite light. Rest in this feeling of completeness, of perfect integration. Slowly, gently, begin to bring your awareness back to your physical body. But as you do, carry this light with you. Imagine this unified light of the lion and the sun, this light of awareness expanding from your heart. See it filling the room you are in, touching everything with its golden glow. Let it expand beyond the room, blanketing your home, your neighborhood, your city. This is not an effortful push, but a gentle, effortless radiation of peace, courage, and love. You are a beacon of light in the world, and your simple presence contributes to the healing and awakening of the collective. Your inner peace becomes outer peace. Your inner strength becomes a source of inspiration for others. Hold this vision for a moment, feeling your connection to all that is. You are not just a drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in a drop. When you feel ready, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently move your head from side to side. Take one last deep, conscious breath in, and as you exhale, slowly open your eyes. Welcome back. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Carry this feeling of centered strength and radiant peace with you throughout your day. The lion and the sun are always within you, a source of courage and light you can return to at any moment with just a single breath. Remember this power. Live from this center. Thank you so much for sharing this sacred space and this practice with me today. It is an honor to guide you on this journey. Have you ever gazed at an ancient symbol and felt a whisper from a time long past? Today, we embark on a journey into the heart of one of the most powerful and enduring emblems in human history. The lion and the sun. This isn't just a flag or a royal crest. It's a story of power, divinity, and the eternal cycle of rebirth, a story that resonates deep within our collective soul. So, what is it about this image, a proud lion, a radiant sun on its back, that has captivated civilizations for thousands of years, from ancient Persia to the far corners of the world? It's more than just a picture. It's a cosmic dance captured in a single frame. The lion, the undisputed king of the terrestrial world, embodies strength, courage, and earthly authority. It is the roar that commands respect, the protector of the pride, the symbol of royalty and might. But then look closer. Rising from the lion's back is the sun. Not just any star, but the ultimate source of life, light, and divine wisdom. The sun represents the celestial, the spiritual, the fire that fuels creation itself. When these two forces unite, something magical happens. The earthly power of the lion is infused with the divine light of the sun. It becomes a sacred authority, a kingship blessed by the heavens. It's the perfect balance between might and right, between temporal rule and spiritual guidance. This symbol tells us that true power isn't just about physical strength, it's about being illuminated by a higher purpose. It's the fire in the heart of the leader, the light of justice in the soul of a nation. This sacred marriage of lion and sun finds its roots deep in the soil of ancient mythologies, particularly Zoroastrianism, one of the world's oldest religions. Here, fire isn't just a physical element. It's a symbol of purity, truth, and the divine presence of Ahura Mazda, the creator. The lion, often associated with the sun in many cultures, became a natural guardian of this holy fire. Think of it as a spiritual metaphor. The lion represents our primal self, our instincts, our earthly desires, and our inherent strength. This part of us is powerful, but it can also be untamed and wild. The sun, on the other hand, represents our higher consciousness, our soul, our connection to the divine, our capacity for reason, wisdom, and enlightenment. The symbol of the lion and sun, therefore, is not just about a king or an empire. It's about you. It's about the journey of personal transformation. It's about taking the raw, powerful energy within you, your inner lion, and allowing it to be guided by the light of your higher self, your inner sun. This is the path of the spiritual warrior, the alchemical process of turning lead into gold. It's about taming the beast not by caging it, but by illuminating it. When your actions, the lion, are aligned with your highest truth, the sun, you become a force for incredible good in the world. You move with purpose, you act with integrity, and your strength is tempered with compassion. This transformation is the core message of the symbol, the elevation of earthly power through divine consciousness. Now, let's trace this powerful symbol through the corridors of time. Its journey is as epic as the meaning it holds. We see early versions in ancient civilizations across Mesopotamia and Egypt, where lions were revered as solar animals, guardians of temples and thrones. But it was in Persia that the lion and sun truly found its home and became an emblem of national identity. For over a millennium, it's shown on the banners of Persian empires. Under the Safavids, the Khayars, and the Pahlavis, it became the official emblem of the state. It was stamped on coins, woven into magnificent rugs, and carved into the architecture of palaces. It was a constant reminder to the people and their rulers of the ideal they strove for, a kingdom that was both powerful on earth and blessed by the heavens. But the symbol's influence didn't stop at Persia's borders. It traveled along the Silk Road, its meaning shifting and adapting as it was adopted by different cultures. In the Mughal Empire of India, we see magnificent depictions of the lion and sun in their art and architecture, symbolizing imperial majesty. In parts of Europe, it appeared in heraldry and alchemical texts, representing the union of opposites and the quest for enlightenment. This incredible journey shows the universal appeal of the symbol's core message. The need to balance our material existence with our spiritual aspirations is a fundamental human quest. Whether it was an emperor seeking divine right to rule or a philosopher seeking inner wisdom, the lion and sun provided a perfect, elegant visual language for this universal dream. It connects us, across cultures and centuries, to this shared human experience of reaching for the light. But as with all great things, the story takes a turn. With the Iranian Revolution in 1979, the lion and sun, which had been the emblem of Iran for centuries, was officially replaced. It was seen as a symbol of the old monarchy, a relic of a past that the new regime wanted to leave behind. And for a time, it seemed as if this ancient sun had set. The symbol was removed from public life, disappearing from flags and official documents. Yet you cannot simply erase a symbol that is woven into the very fabric of a culture's soul. You cannot extinguish a light that has burned for millennia. In the hearts of many Iranians, both inside the country and in the diaspora around the world, the lion and sun never disappeared. It went from being an official state emblem to something more powerful, a symbol of heritage, of a deep and rich history, a connection to a glorious past. Today, we are witnessing a remarkable return. The lion and sun is re-emerging, not as a political statement necessarily, but as a cultural one. It's being embraced by a new generation who sees it as a symbol of their identity, a link to the poetry of Rumi and Hafez, the grandeur of Persepolis, and the philosophical depth of Zoroastrianism. It has become a symbol of national pride, of resilience, and of a hope for a future that honors its luminous past. It's a quiet, powerful statement that says, "We remember who we are, and we know the light we carry." This return is a testament to the symbol's enduring power. It reminds us that even when things seem lost to the darkness of history, the light always finds a way to return. So as we conclude our journey, what is the final word, the ultimate message of the lion and sun? It is a word of light. This symbol is not just a historical artifact. It is a living, breathing piece of wisdom that speaks to us today, right now. It asks you to look within, to recognize the lion that dwells in your heart, your strength, your courage, your passion. And it asks you to look up, to connect with the sun of your own consciousness, your wisdom, your truth, your light. It teaches us that true power is not domination, but integration. It's the sacred union of your earthly self with your divine potential. The lion and the sun is an invitation. It invites us to live courageously, to act with integrity, and to let our inner light shine so brightly that it illuminates the path for ourselves and for others. It is a timeless reminder that within each of us lies the power of the lion and the wisdom of the sun, waiting to be united, waiting to create a world filled with more strength, more compassion, and more light. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration into one of history's most profound symbols. Welcome back, seekers of wisdom, to the final chapter of our journey into the heart of the lion and the sun. So far, we've explored its history, its mythology, and its cosmic significance. Now we turn our gaze inward, to discover the most profound message this ancient symbol holds for each of us, the awakening of the light within. This is not just a story of kings and empires. It is your story. It is the story of the human spirit's quest for meaning, for connection, and for the realization of its own divine nature. The lion and the sun is a map, a guide to the most sacred territory of all, the landscape of your own soul. And the journey begins with a single courageous step, opening the heart. What does it truly mean to open the heart? In our modern world, we often guard our hearts, building walls of cynicism, fear, and past hurts. We're taught to be strong, to be resilient, which we often misinterpret as being closed off and invulnerable. But true strength, the kind of strength symbolized by the majestic lion, is not found in closing ourselves off from the world, but in opening ourselves up to it. Opening the heart is an act of profound courage. It's the willingness to be vulnerable, to feel deeply, to love without reservation, and to be present with whatever arises, whether it be joy or sorrow. It's about letting go of the armor we carry. Think of a flower. A flower doesn't bloom by holding its petals tightly shut. It unfurls, revealing its beauty and fragrance to the world, trusting in the sun and the earth that sustain it. Your heart is that flower. To open it is to allow your own unique beauty and essence to shine forth. This process isn't always easy. It requires us to face the shadows we've kept locked away, our fears, our insecurities, our wounds. But it is in this very process of facing and embracing our whole selves that we find true healing and liberation. When we dare to open our hearts, we create a space for compassion, not just for others but for ourselves. We begin to see the world not through the lens of judgment, but through the eyes of understanding and empathy. This is the first key to unlocking the symbol's power. It's the conscious choice to live from a place of love rather than fear.
And as we'll see, we have a powerful guardian to help us on this path.
Standing guard at the gateway to the open heart is the lion. In our spiritual exploration, the lion is not just a symbol of worldly power or ferocity. It represents our inner courage, our spiritual strength, and the unwavering integrity needed to protect the sanctity of our heart space. Think of the lion as your inner guardian. This guardian isn't aggressive or hostile. It is wise, discerning, and fiercely protective of your inner peace. Its role is to stand watch, not to attack, but to maintain the sovereignty of your emotional and spiritual well-being. When you choose to open your heart, you become more sensitive to the energies around you. The lion is the aspect of your consciousness that helps you discern what energies to allow in and which to keep out. This is the practice of setting healthy boundaries. It's the courage to say no to what drains you, to what disrespects you, to what is not in alignment with your highest good. The lion's roar is not one of anger, but of truth. It is the voice of your intuition, that deep gut feeling that tells you when something is right or wrong for you. Honoring this voice is honoring your inner lion. Furthermore, the lion represents the disciplined will required to stay on the spiritual path. It's easy to be open-hearted when things are going well. But what about when you're faced with criticism, with betrayal, with hardship? This is when your inner lion must be strong. It gives you the resilience to remain open and compassionate, even in the face of adversity, without allowing that adversity to harden your heart. It is the courage to be soft in a world that often demands we be hard. The lion guards the heart not by building higher walls, but by cultivating a strength so profound that no external negativity can truly penetrate its sacred core. It protects the flame of love, ensuring it is never extinguished by the winds of fear or doubt. And it is this very flame that yearns for its source. If the lion is the guardian of our heart's sacred space, then the sun is the eternal, inexhaustible source of the light that fills it. The sun on the lion's back is not a mere decoration. It is the very essence of what the lion is guarding. It symbolizes the divine, the universal consciousness, the source of all life and awareness. In many spiritual traditions, this is referred to as God, the universe, the Tao, or simply the light. This is the ultimate truth that the symbol of the lion and the sun seeks to convey. You are not separate from this divine source. The sun is not just something out there in the sky. A reflection of it exists within you. The mystics and sages of countless traditions have spoken of this inner sun. It is the spark of divinity that resides at the core of your being. The sun represents pure, unconditional love, boundless wisdom, and infinite creative potential. It is the light of awareness that illuminates our thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Just as the physical sun nourishes all life on earth without judgment, asking for nothing in return, this inner sun is a constant source of warmth, guidance, and spiritual nourishment for us. It is always present, always shining, even when obscured by the clouds of our own minds, our worries, our doubts, and our negative beliefs. The spiritual journey, then, is not about creating this light or earning it. It is about remembering that it is already there. It is a process of clearing away the clouds. Every act of kindness, every moment of mindfulness, every choice made from love instead of fear is an act of clearing those clouds, allowing the radiance of your inner sun to shine through more brightly. The sun is the destination and the source. It is the beginning and the end. It is the eternal wellspring of peace and joy that we seek. And realizing this brings us to the ultimate revelation of our journey. We have arrived at the heart of the matter. The lion, our courage, guards the open heart. The sun, our divine source, provides the eternal light. And what happens when these elements come together? The light within is awakened. This is the synthesis, the grand culmination of the symbol's spiritual message. The light within is not a metaphor. It is the living, breathing experience of your own divine consciousness. It is the realization that the power, the love, and the wisdom you have been seeking outside of yourself have been residing within you all along. You are the lion, with all its courage and strength. And you are the sun, with all its infinite light and warmth. The two are not separate. To awaken the light within is to live in a state of alignment with your true self. It's when your actions, words, and thoughts all spring from that core of love and wisdom. It's a state of inner harmony where the fierce courage of the lion serves the radiant love of the sun. This is true empowerment. It's not power over others, but power over yourself. The power to choose love over fear, compassion over judgment, and creation over destruction. This inner light is what the great spiritual teachers throughout history have pointed to. It is the Christ consciousness, the Buddha nature, the Atman. The names are different, but the experience is universal. It is the experience of profound peace, unshakable joy, and a deep interconnectedness with all of life. When you operate from this place, you become a beacon of light in the world. Your very presence can uplift and inspire others. You radiate a warmth and authenticity that draws people to you not because of what you do, but because of who you are. The journey of the lion and the sun is ultimately a journey of rebirth. It is the shedding of the old, limited self, identified with ego and fear, and the rebirth into your true, unlimited spiritual nature. It is a remembrance of your own magnificence. The symbol is not just an ancient emblem. It is a living invitation. An invitation to embody the courage of the lion, to open your heart, and to allow the brilliant, eternal light of the sun that you carry within to illuminate your life and the world around you. Our exploration of the lion and the sun comes to a close, but your own personal journey with it is just beginning. This sacred symbol has whispered its secrets to us across the ages, and its final most intimate message is this: look within. The kingdom of heaven, the source of all power, the seat of unconditional love, it is all there, waiting to be discovered. Be the lion, be the sun, be the light. In the grand tapestry of ancient symbols, few resonate with such profound power and majesty as the lion and the sun. This isn't just an emblem from a bygone era. It's a living symbol, a map to the deepest parts of our own consciousness. Today we embark on a journey of awakening, exploring how this sacred icon can illuminate the path to our inner strength and spiritual rebirth. Imagine for a moment the lion. Not just the king of the jungle, but the king within you. It represents your courage, your untamed spirit, your innate power. This is the part of you that stands tall in the face of adversity, that roars with passion and conviction. It is your instinct, your raw, unfiltered strength, the very essence of your sovereignty over your own life. This lion resides in the heart of every one of us, waiting to be acknowledged, waiting to be unleashed. The first step on this journey of awakening is to recognize this inner beast, to feel its presence, and to understand that this power is your birthright. It's the courage to be authentic, to pursue your dreams, and to protect your peace. It's about reclaiming your personal authority and walking your path with confidence and grace. Now turn your gaze to the sun. It is the ultimate source of life, light, and warmth. In our symbolic journey, the sun represents divine consciousness, illumination, and the boundless energy of unconditional love. It is the light of awareness that dispels the shadows of doubt and fear. Love, in this context, is not just a fleeting emotion. It is the fundamental energy of the universe, the very force that fuels creation and connection. The sun's rays are like streams of pure love, nourishing everything they touch, asking for nothing in return. When we connect with this solar energy, we are tapping into a wellspring of infinite compassion, creativity, and joy. This is the energy that heals, that inspires, that transforms. It's the realization that you are a child of the cosmos, bathed in the same light that gives life to stars. Embracing this solar love means opening your heart to receive and to give, to see the divine spark in yourself and in all of existence. The true magic happens when these two powerful forces merge. The lion, representing our earthly, personal power, is crowned by the sun, our connection to the divine and universal love. This is the sacred union, the alchemical marriage of heaven and earth within you. It's the merging of your human experience with your spiritual essence. This is what it means to be a spiritual warrior, strong and courageous like the lion, yet radiant and loving like the sun. When you integrate these energies, you stop living a life of separation and start living a life of wholeness. Your actions, guided by the lion's courage, become infused with the sun's warmth and wisdom. You no longer act from a place of ego or fear, but from a place of inspired purpose and deep-seated love. This merging is a process of rebirth. You shed old skins of limitation and step into a new reality where you are the conscious creator of your life. You become a beacon of light, your strength tempered by compassion, your will aligned with the greater good. This is the state of being where your inner and outer worlds are in perfect harmony. The final and most important message is this: the lion and the sun are not external symbols to be worshipped. They are mirrors reflecting the truth of who you are. The power of the lion, its courage and nobility, is already within your heart. The light of the sun, its infinite love and wisdom, is the very essence of your soul. You are the light that never fades. You are the embodiment of strength and compassion. Your journey is not about becoming something you are not, but about remembering and awakening the magnificence that has always been there. Look within. Feel the lion's steady heartbeat. Feel the sun's radiant warmth in your core. That is your truth. That is your power. You are a sovereign being, a radiant sun, a majestic lion. Own it, live it, shine it out into the world. Thank you for joining me on this sacred exploration. The journey of awakening is continuous, and there is so much more to discover together. If this message resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Follow us to continue the journey of awakening your inner light and power. Until next time, walk in your strength and shine your light brightly.